Hi, everyone. Welcome to the last edition of the week of Off the Leash. Off the Leash is currently our way at Neptune Theatre of staying in contact with people and providing with a little smile of an evening. Sometimes we might have a small gin and tonic with us. And sometimes a glass of wine, but tonight is a gin and tonic kind of night. It's Friday, I think. Is it Friday? I'm very excited about this evening's guest. We've had a fun week all week, and tonight it's a little trip down memory lane for me as I welcome three amazing, talented performers, artists who I had the pleasure of working with 2 years ago now, and it was the first show I ever directed as the artistic director of Neptune Theatre, and it was Mamma Mia, as you know. So let's get these guests into the room and welcome them and see what kind of shenanigans we get up with. Please welcome Alison Palmer. Hi, Alison.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
Karen Burthwright.
Hi, everyone. Hello.
And Julie Martell.
Hi, guys.
We're all here.
Here we are.
How are you all?
Cheers, everyone. Cheers.
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 Wow, it's like we never parted. How are you all?
Oh, who even knows?
So
Well, actually, let's go around. It's difficult when somebody says a general, how are you all? And I just told you not to talk at the same time. So, Alison, how are you doing? Where are you? Are you okay? We're obviously all isolating. What's going on?
Thank you for asking. Thank you for inviting me. I am great. All things considered, life is good. I'm at my house in Toronto. My kids are upstairs playing Minecraft. My husband is doing work. He's working from home. I don't actually have any work at the moment, so I'm teaching my children and just trying to keep everybody from killing each other.
I think that's the state that the whole nation is in right now, trying not to get sick and trying not to yell at the person you're stuck with. Karen Burthwright, where on earth are you?
Honey, I am in Jersey City, New Jersey, living the dream. I'm schooling myself presently, so that works very well. I'm okay. I'm healthy. I'm very thankful for that. And just isolating and reading and stretching and singing and binging on Netflix and Hulu and trying to stay sane and keeping myself wonderful company like I always do. So trying to stay positive and reaching out to friends.
That's great. Yeah. I'm glad that we could connect tonight. And Julie Martell, how are you doing?
I am so good. This is just so great to connect with everybody tonight. This is actually, Jeremy and I were talking before we all got in the room together. I don't think I realized, but it is a year to the day that I was diagnosed with cancer.
Wow.
So it's a crazy day. But I'm doing great. And, I'm one of those people who are, my white blood cell count is pretty low. So I'm really kind of isolating, and I've got an incredible husband and an incredible support system, looking after me. But no, I'm great. I'm so grateful. It's amazing.
Well, I'm glad you chose to spend this evening with us, and it's great to see you looking so well. A lot of people, I think, that will see that. Yeah, look at that hair.
Yes, honey. Yes.
So gorgeous.
Good. A lot of people, I think, that will be watching this, of course, will know you and will have followed along over the last year and watched you kick that thing's ass. The ass on the internet? Yeah, of course I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just did. But it's great to see the three of you together. And for those that didn't see Mamma Mia at Neptune, it was a gigantic hit production for Neptune, highest grossing show in Neptune's history. How many times did it extend? I should know that.
18.
18 times.
Cheers.
Sometimes we just extended it for half a show.
Right.
Just for fun. Sometimes, Alison and Karen, you just extended the show by adding a little extra business in that I didn't direct.
I mean, actor's choice. You're welcome.
That happened a lot. Yeah.
Didn't it?
Yeah.
Karen?
So, tell me, I don't think for Alison and Julie, that was definitely not your first experience at Neptune. Karen, was that your first time at Neptune?
Yep, that
Wow.
was my debut at Neptune.
Alison, what had you done at Neptune before? What's your history with Neptune, and what was it like coming back those 2 years ago for that show?
It was amazing coming back. I love Halifax. I love the East Coast. Everyone I've ever worked with or met at Neptune Theatre has always been a tremendously welcoming and hardworking and creative person. So hands down, every time I've been at Neptune, I was there 2005 to do Chicago, which I think I could do that show forever. One costume, amazing music. Tracy Fly played Velma. It was epic. And then the following year, I came back and did Evita in 2006. That's hard because that show is crying from the beginning to end. That's a tough one. But the beautiful Susan Gilmore killed it as Evita. And then I was away for a bit and came back to do Mamma Mia. But I do want to say that after KB made her premiere in Mamma Mia, she came back in The Color Purple. And can we just cheers my friend who won a Merit Award on Monday?
She did.
Thank you. Thank you for
One of many awards that night, KBA. What a great night it was for The Color Purple and for that team of glorious storytellers. We are so thrilled that we even had to play a small part in it at Neptune just to see you guys work that magic. Just going back to you, Alison, for a second, you took it away from yourself, which was very sweet. But I just wanted to remind everyone that saw the show of some of the shenanigans that you got up to. I've got a photo here, and yes,
Hello there.
I think that was the
every middle-aged mother's dream come true.
yeah. And
Right
look, David Light has got his shirt off again.
Surprise. Yeah.
Surprise.
Oh my god.
David Light is a joy to work with his shirt on or off. I mean, he's crazy talented. He's the nicest person in the world. If I was going to dance, my heart out or sing my face off in front of anyone, he would have been the guy. I mean, it's very hard for me to be sexy. I'm so old. I've been married so long. I forget. And so,
He's waving right now.
He's waving.
Yes, he's waving. David Lloyd.
I love you, David.
Yeah, look, there he goes.
Oh, David, I got something for you. Hold on.
You got something for David Light? Okay, 1 second. I'll just
Let me just
Props.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, look at that.
Actually, Karen, Adam Brazier says hi.
Yay! Oh, Adam Fraser. I love it. Katie House.
I don't know whether anyone is represented by the Talent House, but Ruth is out there.
Oh, hi, Ruth.
Hope you're well, Ruth. All right, back to you guys. So, Julie.
Yeah.
You've been at Neptune before, I know, because I was on stage with you, but tell everyone about that a little. Not about us being on stage together, but your experiences.
Yeah. So, well, I'm a Cape Bretoner, but I hadn't worked at Neptune. I hadn't spent a lot of time in Halifax. Actually, I went straight to Ontario after high school. And then I got the lucky call to play Belle in Beauty and the Beast. And that's where Jeremy and I met. And oh my God, like that cast was stacked. George Maswell played the Beast, Rachel Cornwallis, like the ensemble of men and women dancers I bowed down to them. They were amazing. That was also a show that extended. And I think you would know better than I, but we made a lot of money for Neptune with that show as well.
Yeah, I not to dwell on money, although I'd love to right now. The previous record holder was in fact Beauty and the Beast. So if you think about it, Julie, every time you and I work together, we break records. Yeah. But just so you know, that's not going to affect the negotiations on your next contract.
Right. Obviously.
Obviously. So Beauty, I remember it well, of course. Martha Irving was in that production as Mrs. Potts, and Tori Doctor. Calgary's own Tori Doctor as So I mean, he's no Ryan Brown, but he's okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to bring back a little memory for you and see if you remember this moment from the show, Julie.
Oh my God, I love that picture. I want that picture.
I'll send it to you.
One of my favorite scenes.
Oh,
yeah. I'll send it to you. I'll charge you $20, but I'll send it to you.
Oh, what a great scene partner he was.
Yeah, is. He's still with us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, Tim Funnel.
Tim Funnell, who actually was meant to be at Neptune right now, rehearsing to play the father in Billy Elliot.
Oh, right. And it's one of his like favorite roles too, isn't it?
Yeah, and we had some amazing people audition for that show, and he killed it.
Yeah.
I hold out hope that we will get to see that soon. We'll be talking soon about to everyone about what's happening with Billy Elliot at Neptune. Karen Burthwright, so this was your first experience at Neptune. What was it? And then of course you came back for Color Purple. So tell us a little about your last couple of years of being like Neptune-y.
It's my theater home. I love Neptune. I love Halifax. Prior to coming there in 2018, honey, I hadn't been east of Scarborough, so I was like, what is happening, honey? This is east of the 905. What do I do? And the city, the community, the theater family, the Neptune family, my cast, everyone embraced me. So, oh, no, we're not doing that. No. Decline. It's a bill collector. Honey, that's a pandemic and we're flattening the curve. I don't have money.
It's okay. You don't have to pay any bills right now.
I'm not paying anyone anything. Cancel, delete.
Sean Wright tells me that you owe him $20. You need to pay that, but that's it.
Everyone was so embracing, and the theater, it's truly a family there. And I feel for your season. I feel for us all. And it was a joy. It's one of my favorite places to work. It's the place that allows me to do what I do, which is act, sing, and dance for a living, which is what I love to do. And I'm so, so grateful that I got to do Mamma Mia as Rosie and Color Purple as Sugar Avery. Very, very grateful.
I don't know whether the other two remember, but there was a point when I think you were rehearsing. I can't remember which song we were rehearsing, and you were making me laugh so much. And I actually stepped into the rehearsal hall and said, "Why would I ever do a show again without Karen Burthwright in it?" I mean, I've done a couple since then without you.
Crazy.
You know, they've been okay. I got a couple of messages here for you.
Oh,
I love you,
Martha Irving.
Martha Irving. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
We love you.
Amanda Campbell says hi, and
Hi,
Oh, that's nice. Thank
Amanda.
you.
My boys.
yeah, and where are your boys? Oh, well, David Light's still there.
Amanda. Hey, David Light.
Yeah, David Light.
All right, and our stage manager.
Heather.
Oh, Heather.
There we go.
We love you, Heather.
Enough of that. So, at any point, folks, if you want to ask our guests a question, feel free. My question list is small because I didn't think I'd need a lot. Was there any time in the show? I mean, this is a long time ago now, so I don't know. I'm asking a lot, I guess. Do you have any memories of our time together or of the show? Anything that went wrong? Anything that went really right? Anything really? Cast your mind back 2 years pre-pandemic.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. Rewind.
Nope, you can't remember anything. Yes, go, Alison.
I just remember the absolute collectively, collaboratively, everyone was in it. Everybody, there were no small parts, that kind of a thing where every ensemble member really brought their A game to every rehearsal. They were incredibly talented. Talk about a stacked cast. And the things that people have gone on to do since then. And like the voices, being backstage in those booths, singing backup for every song was one of my favorite things, because the people singing beside me and the harmonies around me just felt like bliss. Like singing makes me happy. And I don't think I've been happier than singing with all of those voices every day. Magic.
Yeah, it did sound great.
I know. I want to say something. I remember so specifically the first time we kind of put the mega mix on stage, like the lift and the fire. And you know, of course, I remember us as an incredibly talented cast, but I also remember our incredible crew. Oh my God. It's one thing when you work at a theater, when the crew is in it as much as the actors and the musicians. I've always felt that with Neptune. And yeah, it was just, they're second to none, everybody, from top to tail at that theater.
I gotta tell a story about the creation of that mega mix, because it grew. I was like a kid in a candy store. I came up with the idea of using the lift. I'll just bring up that picture again, actually.
That was so cool.
The rock star moment.
The rock star moment, to give you all a rock star moment.
Oh,
So
yeah.
originally, that wasn't really planned. And then, you know, as we went through meetings before we started rehearsals, Leanne Vardy came up with the idea of having a flashing light box, like some kind of disco light box. I said, yeah, that's great. Let's do that. And let's lift them up. And then we brought in this. I said one day in rehearsal, I said, you know what this needs? It needs a 9-foot wide glitter moon to come down behind them as they rise up, and it'll hit just behind them just as they reach the pinnacle of the height, and then it'll go out again. And people looked at me like I was a lunatic because it was on stage for literally 17 seconds, and it had thousands of little gems, little dollar store stick-on, you know, rhinestones that my poor props people had to stick on. And then it still wasn't enough. So we had that pyro that you can see right there.
Yeah.
But just in the last second, nobody ever got hurt by that pyro, right? It was quite safe.
Never.
No, it was awesome.
And every
Again,
night when that
Hi to
lift,
Thomas. Hi to Christopher. Those crew guys were.
They had our backs.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Leanne Vardy, come on.
Goddess.
Yeah. Yeah.
it was quite fun. And actually every single time, do you remember, I don't know whether you could hear, but every night when that lift started rising for, I don't know how many performances was it, 120, I don't know, 120 something, the audience screamed as you started to elevate in the air in that complete rock star moment. So
I remember
that lift. You guys did a lot of amazing work when you were with us as well. I think there's a picture here. One night we collected for the Actors Fund of Canada, which of course is doing amazing work right now, raising money to help artists as they go through the COVID-19 crisis. And I participated the other day in a telethon for them. But there you are. Oh, and who's that on the end? Cynthia Smith.
my favorite niece.
Such
Your
a beautiful.
favorite niece.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, so here we go. Yeah, the ending of MAMMIA was by far the most amazing ending of any show I've ever seen in Neptune. It was a definite wow moment. Thank you, Alison Walker.
Awesome.
Yeah. And Kimberly as well. There we go.
Thank you.
So, had any of you had a history with MAMMIA MIA before?
Never heard the show. Don't know what you're talking about.
ABBA, never heard of it. Never heard of them, never heard any of those songs.
Nope.
Come on, tell us the stories.
You've done it before, right?
KB and I both did,
Yeah.
you know, around the same, like 20 years prior or something. So I think, you know, we hadn't worked together. KB and I hadn't worked. I don't think we met.
No.
But we had known of each other, and I was such a fan of hers, and I knew that we had both played the young versions of ourselves in the original, you know, time MAMMIA MIA went around. So yeah, I had played the daughter Sophie.
Right. And so who did you play, KB?
Lisa.
Oh, did I know that?
No, probably not.
You didn't tell me that.
Crazy, right?
I was busy learning lines for Rosie. I wasn't playing Lisa.
Well, I didn't know. I'm surprised I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. How long do you think is it appropriate before we do it all again?
I was thinking about that. Like, what's the appropriate regional revival time? Like, what does that even mean? I was thinking, that's so funny you said that. I was thinking about that today when I woke up. When do we get to play again?
Yeah.
I just say a concert.
Oh, you want to do a concert version?
Yeah, an ABBA concert version. Yeah. Ooh,
Yeah.
It was a great hit, and I just had amazing chemistry with these two. Like,
Yeah.
Pizza, Dancing Queen, like those were the most fun times ever.
Yeah.
Like he was acting. Yes, we were engaged with each other, and yes, we were Tanya, Donna, and Rosie, but we were also like three best friends,
Totally.
writing and being there for each other in real time, as women do. And it was just life imitating art. It's really beautiful to see women depicted in that way. So I really enjoyed it.
We used to come out of that bedroom scene after Dancing Queen and Chiquitita, and we would laugh so hard about the crap that just happened on stage that we would always get in trouble. We were quick changing to Super Trooper. We were kidding ourselves about something that happened.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And you know
And
what?
it was partly because middle-aged women, that women of that age, moms, are not portrayed in that manner with that degree of like the friendships, especially KB, is exactly right. We don't spend enough time on stage talking about female friendships, especially of that age group. So it's pretty special.
Absolutely. It was a gift.
I think that's a great idea, actually, even just doing it in concert. Like, speaking from a pragmatic standpoint, like with all of this COVID stuff and so much uncertainty and all that, this crap has happened with all these regional theaters, and we need bums and seats. Yeah. And we know that Mamma Mia brings the bums to the seats.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Yeah.
Concert version online.
Can
you do a concert version online? Let's do it.
I don't know. If only I knew someone.
We are
I
done.
knew someone that ran a theater.
Anything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It really felt real. I love that.
I've got to say, I've just spotted a message here from someone that you remember from backstage, Jimmy from backstage, who was one of your dressers.
Hi, Jim.
James. Hi, James.
Oh, sweet.
Look at that.
God, I love Jim. And the butterflies. Remember KB?
Honey, butterfly blood. That career blouse.
Oh, Jim.
It
It
was a special time. So tell me, how has this affected the current situation? What did you have going on? What work has been affected, and what do you hope to make it back into civilization in time for? What have you got lined up?
Well, I just got home 2.5 weeks ago from Nebraska Rep. I was playing the leading player in Pippin, and Thursday 2 weeks ago, we found out that rehearsals were suspended and that production was over. And I was really looking forward to it. And I had to fly home and just kind of, I guess, reassess everything. I'd never come home from a contract and not completed it. Not was a better artist, not actualized, learning from my peers, giving my all, finishing, running the show, like all the things that you usually come home with. And it was really weird mentally for me to adjust to that. Like I came back incomplete and like just unplugged prematurely. So, but I'm here. Tonight would have been our opening night. So cheers to my Nebraska Rep family out there. Cheers to y'all. We would have been amazing. We were amazing, and we will be amazing whenever in the future we get to resume. Hopefully we can sometime soon. It won't be everybody, unfortunately, but you know.
You will be amazing in that part. That's got to be a dream part for you.
Yeah, thank you, honey. Yeah, it was really challenging and amazing. And I miss them and I miss it. So it's hard for artists because the letting, you know what I mean? It's just like this juxtaposition of what I need to be grateful for, but what I do to survive that feeds me, that makes me happy, that completes them, I can't do right now, like my peers, like everyone out there in this industry. So it's difficult, but not unsurmountable.
Yeah.
What about you, Alison? Did you have anything that was directly affected at this point?
Yes, but that's okay. I mean, it hasn't been officially canceled. It was a great musical, Summer Stock. I was dying to work with Stephanie Graham. She's a phenomenal director, choreographer.
Yes.
I don't think we're going to be rehearsing June 6th. And then I was hoping to do a Norm Foster play. I've always wanted to do one in August, and we'll see if that pans out. I just, you know, as KB said, it's really difficult. I think it's interesting to point out that we're home and we're listening to music and we're watching Netflix, but the craving for theater it's so intense to be in it, to see it. And I really hope there's a renaissance when we all get out of this, where people have had enough Netflix and had enough screens at home, and they want to go see real live theater because it's unlike anything else. And I'm so glad that I actually saw a few productions just before this all happened. And I still have those memories and those emotions and those ideas. So like, cheers to everyone's next opening night.
Cheers.
Cheers to that.
Sure.
My glass is empty already.
Oh, what the? I've never seen that before. And what about you, Julie? Just sort of carrying on your road to complete fulsome health and
it's really interesting because as I've shared this time with my friends who are talking about, you know, the premature plug being pulled on so many of their shows, in a very real way, that was me a year ago, but instead of COVID, it was cancer. And it's hard not to see the similarities of, you know, and I was even sharing this earlier with someone about that grieving process and just, you know, allowing ourselves to feel all the feels and be vulnerable and talk to people. Like, I think it's important for us to know that social distancing doesn't mean social isolation. Like, we have to, especially our theater family, where we go into those rehearsal spaces and we become each other's people so quickly that we need to keep going. We need to keep doing that and linking arms with people like this virtually.
Yeah. I feel terrible bringing this picture up now after you just said something so beautiful, but I want to make sure I bring it in. I have a habit of invading photo shoots for posters. This has become a thing. It all started with this photo, and this photo shoot. I was like, I want to be in a picture, and
I think it did.
I look really kind of creepy. I look creepy in all of them. So the poster's behind me, right there.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you? There? I can't do it there.
Yes.
And that was taken a few seconds ago. And then of course here's the three of you on opening night. And of course one of the many extensions. Oh, extended one last time. That one says.
Yeah. So great. So great.
And there's the entire.
Hi, everybody.
They're so tiny you can't really see them. Most of the company probably on opening night. Yeah. And one final one. What had just happened? What had just happened is I had requested silver glitter to cascade over the audience, and we couldn't get it in time, so we had some white confetti for a while, and then they finally got the silver glitter confetti arrived, and when it happened, it was just so joyful that I created the hashtag glitterjoy.
Yes.
I still use to this day, and which annoys everyone. But you can't have enough glitter in your life. And Mamma Mia and the entire company backstage and on stage of that show, and you three brought so much glitter to my life that I look back on that experience so fondly. And I think mainly as well because it's wrapped up in being the first main stage show that I directed at Neptune, and in this job that I'm apparently still just about in right now. So thank you for being a part of it.
Thank you for this. This was awesome.
Thank you.
Well, you know, maybe we'll do it again.
It's a home run, Jay Webb.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm free next week.
I'm game.
Okay, well, we'll see what we can do. We'll get the whole company together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I'm saying it out loud. It has to be a thing, doesn't it?
Next time. My sister was like, "Are you singing?"
Yeah. Should have got you to sing. Don't know the technology of that well enough.
We'll work it out. We'll show up.
We'll figure it out.
Okay, cool. Is there anything that each of you would like to say to everyone watching? I'm sure that you've all got people that you know watching either now live. What I find is that these broadcasts gets watched over the next few days as people catch up. They're all available actually on the Neptune website. There's a page specifically for this broadcast, Off the Leash, so you can check out all the previous ones and the ones to come, who's lined up for next week. But anything you'd like to say? Yep, Alison, before we let you go.
Two quick things. One, I want to toast Julie Martell's 1-year cancer-free anniversary. Her doctors called her a unicorn. And I don't think I've known anyone in my life that could have done a better job of staying so positive and setting such a good example for all of us on how to not just get through, but get through with glory. Number one. And then number two, I just want to say, Neptune Theater is a very special place, and we're all so lucky to have it. And Jeremy Webb lives and breathes and loves Neptune Theater so much. So if you can donate, he's got the little ticker tape at the bottom. We all want to come back to Neptune. Everybody wants to go see more great shows at Neptune. And Jeremy, thank you for all that you do.
Amen. Thank you for being an actor's artistic director, honey. A leader that leads by example.
For sure.
All my actors out there that you're hanging in there, know that we're all in the same boat. And please do donate to either the Actors Fund and or Neptune Theater, because we need it, we appreciate it, and we want to come back with a vengeance.
Yeah, I mean, I would just add, if you don't mind, before Julie, I just want to add that, you know, yes, of course, donate to Neptune, donate to the Actors Fund, definitely, or find the theater that is in your community if you're further afield, or the arts group, the musicians, whoever it is that brings you joy. You'll be relying on them over the next couple of years to bring you joy. And right now, every artist and every actor, not people like me who are in a job, but the real people that work in this industry are suffering right now, like so many others are. So when you are ready, when you are able to, not now, but at some point in the next few months, or when we emerge from this, go and see a play, go and see a movie, go and see a concert, go and see a gig. Julie, anything you want to add?
No, just I think that was amazing. And I think, as always, we who live and breathe in this and are blessed enough to make a living doing what we do, yeah, support live theater. Support live theater. Go sing. It'll crack your heart open, and you'll be able to grieve with a room full of people after we, get out of this shitty situation. Because we will. It's going to pass. And we'll all come out brighter and braver and stronger and more grateful than we were entering it. That's what I believe.
Wow. Thank you for being here. We started off saying that these shows were going to be 10 minutes long, and then a couple of nights ago we said, well, we'll just keep going until it feels like a natural end. I feel like although I feel like I could chat with you for the rest of the evening, and I would love that at some point offline. Stay in touch with each other, stay in touch with everyone. And it's so great to see you all and see you together. It makes my little artistic director heart flutter. It grew a whole 2 sizes in the last half an hour. So thank you for being here with us. And I'm sure that the Neptune audience have loved seeing you together again, those that came to see the show and remember you. So thank you for being here. I'm going to let you all go, and then I'm going to just tell the folks watching a few exciting things about this show and what's coming up next. So stay safe.
Bye, guys. Love you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So that was a lot of fun for me. I hope it was for you as well. I do have a little bit of news. We've started to announce the guests for next week. So I'm just going to bring up a couple of graphics here just to let you know that on Tuesday, we're very excited to have from CBC's hit comedy, Paul Sun-Hyung Lee and Nicole Power from the cast of Kim's Convenience. They'll be with us. They've both actually been at Neptune over the last few years in a couple of productions. Paul, of course, was in With Kim's Convenience, which is when I got to meet him, and I look forward to chatting with him on Tuesday. And Nicole has been on stage at Neptune a number of times, so we'll find out a little bit about that. Following them, I'm just going to find the right graphic. On Wednesday, we have Avery Jean Brennan and Breton Lalama. I am a little scared about having them both on a live stream at the same time. They're going to be merciless with me. I know they are, but I can't wait to see them, and we'll have a lot of fun. And the other scheduled show at this point is a little reminiscence back to Shakespeare in Love. We have Ali McDonald, Sarah English, and Wayne Burns from the cast of that show coming to have a little chat. We have 2 or 3 other shows actually in the work for next week that I can't tell you about just yet, but we'll be announcing that in the next 24 hours. So thank you so much for watching tonight, and I look forward to seeing you again. Have a great night. I'm now going to turn off the broadcast.